Hey guys, I'm going to give you a little action video of the spot welder here in use. I've got the tripod kind of wrapped around the inside of the extended cab door, pointed down here at the pinch weld. Actually going to be doing the welding here. Can maybe see, yeah, just at the outside of this frame. I have done here 6 of them here, and it looks like they're going to work really well. I did a test sample and I was a little nervous because they weren't really what I wanted them to be, but I found with a little extra trigger time or pulsing the trigger and doing a couple stages that the heat is getting in there, and you can actually see in a couple of these, I'll give you a close-up here in a little bit, that is actually penetrating. I took my clamps off and it didn't move. So I do have this was a seam buster laying in here to actually help me rest the tong of the welder on, so it's a little bit more centered where I want it. So here we go. I want to do a few welds here. I'm just going to set it up in there, something like that. I just hold on to it. Here we go. Okay, that was like a 10 count. That might have been a little much, but these tongs get really hot, so I gotta be careful around the carpet and stuff that I don't start a fire here. This is the latch area here, so I don't feel bad about putting a few extra ones. My seam buster down here a little bit. What do you guys think? A little bit quicker than MIG plug welding? I think so. Push that one a little bit too far, I think. The tips were glowing pretty red there. 10 seconds is going to be the max. That one had really nice penetration. That's awesome. We love good penetration, right guys? That's awesome. Hey, I'm loving this. This is gonna be awesome, you know, and I trust what I'm doing here. You know, I mean, the ends are gonna be butt welded. Here, let me show you here. Shaky cam for a moment. Hold on. Okay. See that? That's a screw hole there I had earlier for alignment. I think that looks pretty freaking awesome. Very happy with that. Here's my butt joint there. I got a little bigger root gap in some spots, but I'm not worried about that. And here's what I did up front. Oops, sorry guys. I did end up putting a butt with backer in there and a couple wider spots. I wasn't real happy with that, and I do have to kind of pull them forward before I start dumping weld in there. But I just wanted to give you a little shot of the outer rocker panel going on. And give you a shot with the door closed. My gap. Oh shit. Sorry. My gap on the bottom of the door looks pretty good. It is tighter up here, but I do have a little adjustment when I clamp the bottom of the rocker panel to the inner. I can fit a paint stick in there, and none of these trucks are ever the same. They're very inconsistent on their fit to the rockers. My main concern is that I have enough clearance that the paint won't be rubbing. The bottom of this door is going to have to get fixed and painted anyways because there's some rust coming through on this corner. So this door will more than likely be on here for a while yet, because I do have to fit the cab corner when I get that far. But all in all, I'm really happy with how this is all going together. So I'm going to get back to work and get this thing welded all together, and then I'll bring you back. I'll give you another video at the end of the night. I'm hoping to have this thing all welded up, maybe even some of the welds dressed on the butt joints, but we'll see. There's a lot of welding to do. I don't want to overwork my spot welder. I want to just do a few and then go to the wire feed, do a few more spots, go back to the wire feed, and kind of just stagger the use of those, just to save some heat and some fatigue on that spot welder. But it's working really great. I'm very happy with it. I can show you my test sample here. I did this test sample here, and I was actually able to tear them apart. I couldn't tear them apart prying them this way, but when I actually was welded on here like this, but when I twisted it, it would come apart. But these are both, well, these are both scraps from the outer, so the inner is not the same gauge. So this was actually thicker, combined thickness than what's actually on the truck. So for that reason, I'm not overly paranoid about it. Like I said, I'm going to double them up, just because the size is a little bit smaller, but I'm not nervous or concerned about strength or longevity. Its shear strength should be the same. Twist strength might be a little bit different, but you know, if this truck gets in a situation where there's any twisting of metal going on, it's going to be junk regardless. And I'm confident that occupant safety is not going to be a problem here, because this obviously is going to be better metal, more strength to the cab structure than that rusted auto rocker was. So okay guys, that's enough blabbing. I'm going to get back to work. I'll bring you back later for the second part of this video for the night.